listo para cocinar unos deliciosos rellenos salvadoreños. This is Leonor. We're ready to make Salvadorian style cabbage rolls. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut some onions. We're going to chop it. Vamos a cortar la cebolla en pedacitos. Vamos a sazonar la carne. La vamos a cocinar. La pongo en una sartén sin nada de grasa. Just make sure you don't add any grease to the ground beef and brown it on a non-stick pan. Season it to taste with Lary salt or whatever kind of salt you like. Sazone la carne con cualquier clase de sal que usted quiera. Y luego de allí vamos a cortar los hongos. Los hongos son lo que yo tengo, pero usted puede utilizar lo que ustedes quieran. You can use any kind of mushroom you have. I have the white mushrooms, which are really good. And they give you a little texture on the cabbage. And I also put some pepper. Agréguele también un poco de pimienta a la carne. De ahí vamos a limpiar el repollo. Vamos a quitarle el tallo para poder quitar las hojas. We're going to cut the core out of the cabbage so we can go ahead and steam it, and we can cut the leaves very easily because we need big leaves. Como ven, me cuesta un poquito y voy a ver el agua si ya está hirviendo. I'm going to see if the water is boiling, and it's not boiling yet. I'm going to cover it. Then my meat is done. Mi carne ya está cocida. I'm going to let it cool off. Vamos a dejar que se enfríe. Y ahora sí ya está hirviendo el agua. Voy a poner la cabeza de repollo para que se empiece a cocinar. My water is boiling, and I'm going to put the head of cabbage so it can start cooking. I'm going to put it for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to keep checking it. Ended up taking about 10 minutes for the entire cabbage to come off. Then once the cabbage is tender, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the leaves from the stem. Ya que esté cocinado el repollo, pero que no se cocine mucho, voy a empezar a quitar todas las hojas desde el tallo para que sean grandes. The leaves are cool off. Ya se enfriaron las hojas y voy a dejar que terminen de enfriarse bien y solamente voy a ver cuáles son las que puedo utilizar. Ahora voy a cortar el tallo para que no sea lo que está duro de la hoja y empezar a envolver la hoja y exprimir el exceso de agua para que se me pegue el huevo. I'm going to go ahead and cut the tough part of the stem, and I'm going to stuff them, roll them, and then I'm going to squeeze them to get all the excess water. It doesn't take the flavor away. This way my egg is going to stick to the cabbage leaf once I start putting the egg on it, and you're going to see that in the next step. So I'm just continuing to do this until I have pretty much all of the cabbage stuff. I just keep alternating, putting new paper towels. Estoy poniendo toallas de papel para que se mantenga el área seca y poder seguir rellenando las hojas de repollo. Y ahí tengo a mi perrita que quería que le diera un poquito, pero le dije que no. That was my little dog. She was begging. I told her no, cannot have any of this stuff. It's human food. Still try. So we're still, getting the excess out. It doesn't squeeze any flavor out. So we're just going to continue to do all of the cabbages until I'm done. Then I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. Ya que terminé, las voy a poner en la refrigeradora para que se enfríen y que sean más fáciles de poner en el huevo. Así que las voy a dejar en la refrigeradora por unos 20 minutos para que se enfríen bien. Ahora los tomates, voy a hacer la salsa. I'm going to make my tomato sauce with fresh tomatoes. You can use whatever tomatoes I want. I have 1.5 pounds. And I'm going to put them all in the blender. I'm going to put 2 garlic cloves. Voy a ponerle 2 dientes de ajo, una hoja de laurel, 1 bay leaf. And I'm going to use oregano, achote, cumin, and you're going to see me all the ingredients that I'm going to put in here. Va a ver todos los ingredientes que estoy poniendo. Le estoy poniendo achote, comino, laurel, orégano, sal y un poquito de agua. I'm also putting some water, and I'm just using some salt to give it more flavor. And I'm going to start blending this. I'm also going to put more onion. Voy a ponerle cebolla también para que le dé más sabor. Y también le voy a poner chile pastillas y chile New Mexico. I'm going to use also some onions, some chile pasilla, some New Mexico chiles, and they are dry, and you just basically put them in the blender and start blending them together. This gives great flavor to the sauce. Estos chiles le dan un gran sabor a la salsa. Si no tiene esto, no le va a dar buen sabor, así es que tiene que tener chiles. Estos son chiles secos que se pueden encontrar en el supermercado, por lo menos aquí en los Estados Unidos. These are the kind of peppers you can find here in the grocery stores in the United States. I'm going to start cooking the sauce, and you just got to put everything in together because we're going to strain it later on. Voy a poner a hervir la salsa para que se cocine con todos los sabores y de ahí la vamos a colar. Tiene que pasar por lo menos como unos 5 minutos, 10 minutos hirviendo, y ya que está cocida la voy a colar. Now that it's cooked, I'm going to go ahead and strain it, get all the seeds and all the bits and pieces out. So I have only the flavor of the sauce because we need that to put on top of our rice and top of the cabbage rolls. And the sauce is really delicious. La salsa es deliciosa. Solamente tienen que quitarle todas las semillas de tomate y todos los pedacitos. Ahora voy a empezar a separar los huevos de las claras, perdón, las yemas con las claras para poder batirlas, para empezar a hacer el huevo para hacer mis rellenos. Now I'm separating the egg whites from the yolks so I can start beating them because we need to beat these in order to engulf the cabbage rolls. Necesitamos poner el huevo batido para envolver nuestros rellenos. Y voy a poner en una cacerola aceite de maíz. I'm going to use corn oil in a frying pan so I can start frying my cabbage rolls. And the process is pretty time consuming. You pretty much have to dedicate a whole afternoon to doing this because it takes some time, but it's very, very good. I don't do it all the time because it takes a lot of time, but it's really good. Now my cabbage rolls are cool, and I'm going to just finish beating the eggs with the egg whites so I can start dipping the cabbage rolls into the egg batter. Voy a empezar voy a terminar de batir las claras con las yemas para yo después poner los rellenos de repollo en el huevo para envolverlos y empezarlos a freír. Así es que eso es lo que estoy haciendo. Y la salsa la tengo a fuego bajito para que sea caliente. I have the sauce in very low heat so it can keep warm because I need to keep it warm. So this, make sure that the oil is hot. You have to be really careful. That's why I have aluminum foil all over my stove so I don't get any oil and it's easy to clean up. Como pueden ver, tengo papel aluminio en mi estufa para que no se llene de aceite, para que sea más rápido de limpiar, porque sí cuesta limpiar después de hacer esto. Y como pueden ver, estoy poniendo los rellenos en el huevo y los voy a freír. As you can see, I'm dipping the cabbage rolls that are cool into the egg batter, and I'm going to fry them until they're golden brown, and I'm going to turn them. So it's a little messy and it takes a little time, but it tastes really, really good. I'm just going to rinse my hands, and then I'm going to let them brown. I'm going to go ahead and let them cook. They're probably going to cook about 5 minutes per side, and then you're going to have to turn them. So this is what I'm doing here, letting them brown for a moment. And then we are going to turn them. I have 2 spatulas and you need 2 of them so you don't get burned. Or you can use forks, but for me, spatula is better. Necesita 2 espátulas para que le pueda dar vuelta a los rellenos, porque es más fácil. Si lo hace con tenedor se puede quemar. Como puede ver, ya están doraditos de un lado. Vamos a dejar que se doren del otro lado. As you can see, they're golden brown on the one side. Now we're going to keep turning them until they are all golden brown. And that's what I'm doing here. Then after they're done, I'm just going to get a pan and I'm going to put them on the side so I can reserve them. And then at the end, we're going to put them all inside the sauce. But we're not going to let them cook for too long in the sauce. We just want to cook them maybe about 5, or 6 minutes in the sauce, because that way we can go ahead and, because if you let them sit too long in the sauce, they're gonna get too soggy and fall apart. Necesitamos cocinar los rellenos y ponerlos afuera para que se enfríen un poquito para después ponerlos en la salsa. Se van a cocinar en la salsa como unos 5 o 6 minutos, pero no vamos a dejar que sean más porque si no se van a deshacer los rellenos en la olla. Así es que vamos a seguir cocinando todo esto hasta que se doren, y como pueden ver estoy haciendo un arrocito para acompañar. As you can see, I'm making rice so I can serve my cabbage rolls with the rice, and the sauce and the cabbage rolls is really good. Now I'm dunking them into the sauce. Ahora lo estoy poniendo en la salsa y lo voy a dejar cocinar como unos 5 o 6 minutos. I'm going to let them cook in the sauce for about 5 to 6 minutes, and they are delicious. I'm gonna cover them, cook my rice, and I'm ready to enjoy. Ya se cocinaron y vamos a disfrutarlos. Quedaron deliciosas. Ojalá que puedan probar esta receta y que les guste. I hope you try it and you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Gracias por estarme viendo.